Hey everybody, hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be checking out Billie Eilish's album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Honestly, valid question. I don't know what the hell happens when you fall asleep. Some people think that you travel to a different dimension and it's your soul experiencing itself outside of your active consciousness, which is a completely different identity. But I'm not going to give you a lecture on my weird ass hippie bullshit with souls and consciousness and what happens with aliens and all that stuff. I'll save that for another video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see my weird alien shit. Anyway, there's a certain formula as to how I do album reactions. I don't normally look at the music video immediately. What I like to do is go through the Spotify playlist and have the lyrics right up here on screen, and what I do is just kind of dissect the sound, the compositions, the lyrics, the whole meaning and everything without any sort of outside distractions. Don't worry, I'll swing back around and do the music videos. I'm not sure if I'll upload them to YouTube, but they'll at least be available on Patreon. All right, first one up is just a bunch of exclamation points. All right, and what are these lyrics?
My Invisalign has.
I have taken out my
Invisalign, and this is the album.
Okay. Missed opportunity here. She should have named the album Invisalign. Get that sponsorship money. Okay, Bad Guy. So this is one that I actually know. I've heard it on the radio.
White shirt, now red, my bloody nose sleeping. You're on your tippy toes, creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. Bruises on both my knees for you. Don't say thank you. Oh, please, I do what I want when I'm wanting to. My soul, so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type.
Oh shit.
I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Yeah, this one's super whimsical. So even though I've heard this song on the radio and I'm familiar with the basic composition and everything, I have not really paid much attention to the lyrics. It's always just been kind of in passing. But now having them up here and just kind of looking at them, this seems to be somewhat sexually driven, which is an odd thing to do with your brother. Let's continue.
I'm the bad guy.
Or write this kind of song with your brother.
I like it when you take control, even if you know that you don't own me. I'll let you play the role, I'll be your animal. My mommy likes to sing along with me, but she won't sing this song.
I don't blame her.
She reads all the lyrics, she'll pity the men I know.
Oh.
So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh. I'm the bad guy. Duh. I'm only good at being bad.
Is this in the song on the radio?
I like when you get mad. I guess I'm pretty glad that you're alone.
Ah.
I said she's scared of me. I mean, I don't see what she sees, but maybe it's 'cause I'm wearing your cologne. I'm a bad guy.
Okay, so there it is, Bad Guy. Definitely a lot more sexually charged than I remember. I don't remember this last verse either, how it broke down like that, but I think it's very cool. So I guess I'll consider this the album opener, although I did like the Invisalign one. I thought that was pretty interesting. kind of adds a different sarcastic nature to all of this. But yeah, it's dark. It's got some interesting ominous tones mixed together with that snap, but they've layered that snap, which is supposed to be the snare, but they've replaced it with that snap, and then they've layered it several times to sound like almost like you're, sorry everybody, but sound like that, like your knuckles cracking, which makes it sound kind of creepy. It sounds like the song is like crawling along a little bit. Interesting little jam. Let's move on, shall we?
What is it about
What is this one called? Zanny? Oh boy.
them? I must be missing something. They just keep doing nothing. Too intoxicated to be scared. Better off without them. They're nothing but unstable. Bring ashtrays to the table. And that's about the only thing they share. I'm in the second-hand smoke, still just drinking canned coke. I don't need a Xanny to feel better. On designated drives, I'm only one who's not stunned. Don't give me a Xanny now or ever. Waking up at sundown, they're late to every party. Nobody's ever sorry. Too inebriated now to dance. Morning as they calm down, their pretty heads are hurting. They're awfully bad at learning. Make the same mistakes, blame circumstance. I'm in the second-hand smoke, still just drinking canned coke. I don't need a Xanny to feel better.
Okay, this is such an odd song. They're using atmosphere in such a strange way, and I apologize for pausing, but I just want to kind of gather my thoughts a little bit before this song continues. There's a couple interesting things that happen here. One is when we go into the second or possibly third verse, we'll call it 2.5 verse. It's amazing how much a song can just shift by a couple pleasant or high toned or high pitched tones. Just that touch of piano, just that slight element of jazz. It just like makes the whole thing seem a little bit classy. But the lyrics themselves, it sounds like she's at some kind of bar where you're still allowed to smoke inside, which you don't see many of those nowadays, at least in this not in this neck of the woods. And she's about to take some kind of drugs. Talking again a bit about the sound design and structure here, the way her voice is vibrating and kind of going back and forth in your ears, it reminds me of like being really super high on edibles. I've taken too many edibles. I've never taken a Xanax, but this is kind of what I would imagine it would feel like. She seems like she doesn't want it, but somebody keeps offering it to her. Let's see where this is going. The drive is insane. I think he's a waiter.
I can't afford to love someone who isn't dying by mistake in Silver Lake.
California? What does she want, a hipster? I think I'm starting to put it together. This is beautiful. I like the structure. I like how this is building. It's definitely taking you out of like that immersion of confusion and just bringing back more familiarities and touches and elements of cabaret and jazz. I think what's happening is she's in this bar and this guy's on a cigarette break, which leads me to believe that she's talking to a bartender or she's talking to a waiter or something. But she doesn't want to love him because he's not one of those trendy hipsters in Silver Lake.
What is it about?
Which is a very trendy area in California.
I must be missing something. They just keep doing nothing. Too intoxicated to be scared.
What would they be afraid of? What an odd song. I mean, it's kind of all over the place here, man. Yeah, so I'm visualizing her in like some kind of like hole in the wall kind of like bar area with like a couple tables in this small bar, and there's another couple getting really fucked up, and she's like kind of like paying attention to them. And then who she's talking to, or the guy who is either a bartender or a server, offering her some kind of drugs, and she seems like somewhat interested in him, but she can't afford to not fall in love with him because she's got a very specific dude that she's into. Unless she's talking about a different kind of Silver Lake or something, I don't get it. But it sounds like she's been down this rabbit hole before. So I think she has some experience with some of these drugs, some of these downer drugs. And she's talking about the come down and what that kind of feels like and learning. What's cool about this is like the whole structure, the whole like design of this song feels like you're intoxicated yourself in some kind of way. And you have like these brief moments of clarity when they add elements of jazz or just like a touch of layering on Billie's voice that just makes it a bit more digestible. But yeah, nonetheless, a beautiful, odd song. Let's continue. You should see me in a crown.
Tongue bite my time, wearing a warning sign. Wait till the world is mine. Visions I vandalize, cold in my kingdom size. Fell for these ocean eyes.
Oh shit, a reference.
You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run, there's nothing to help. Watch me make them bow one by one, one by. You should see me in a crowd. Your silence is my favorite sound. Watch me make them bow one by one, one by one. Count my cards, watch them fall. Blood on a marble wall. I like the way they all scream. Tell me which one is worse, living or dying first. Sleeping inside a hearse. I don't dream. You say
The hell's with the sound effects?
oh, baby, I think you're pretty. I'm okay, I'm not your baby. If you think I'm pretty, you should see me in the crowd. I'm gonna run, there's nothing to help. Watch me make them bow one by one, one by. You should see me in a crowd. Your silence is my favorite sound. Watch me make them bow one by one, one by one.
Okay, before we get to this breakdown thing here, I just want to talk about this for just a second because there's genius in this production and it's being executed in such a minimalistic way, but it's still encapsulating what it's trying to do. And it's just that feeling of uneasiness and pensive, playing with the tempo with like these sound effects and like the building bass lines and everything. It's so subtle in the back of your ear and the panning and everything. It's kind of what happened with like Zanny, where like her voice was going like that, but they're doing it with the instruments. And I think it's the touch of her brother's production there. It's very much his style. I've been noticing listening to a lot of Billie's music, but it always makes me feel a little uneasy. And then it has this very busy hook, we'll call it, the crown. You should see me a crown. But as busy as like the production is, like I think like Billie's lines, her enunciations on each one thing, I think is done in a simple way, just to kind of play with that idea of complicated and simple. And it's just something I kind of see a lot in this music. It's very interesting. It's dark as fuck though. One thing about her too is like sometimes like I hear her, I read her lyrics and I envision what she's talking about and I try to put myself in the place of that song. And it seems like she's almost like afraid of something, or she's like scared of something, or kind of, I don't want to say mousy, but kind of meek in some kind of way. But then every once in a while you'll have a jam like this that comes out and it's just like a total, like, no, I'm the shit, man. And it's like a 180. It's like her personality is just like all over the place.
Nothing to watch me make them bow one by one. You should see me in a crowd. Your silence is my favorite sound.
The melody is like insects.
Make them bow one by one.
Okay, there's another odd one, crown. A boost of confidence. Yeah, she's definitely owning it here. So I guess like, yeah, somebody's like trying to like hit on her or pick her up or something like that and saying, you know, hey, you're a pretty girl, come home with me kind of deal. And she's like, yeah, you know, I'm okay, I'm all right, but you should fucking see me in a crowd. I'll tear this bitch down. They'll be bound to me. I want everybody to be scared, you know, like she's some kind of like crazy dictator or something. It's a total tonality switch that I've heard from some of her other music, which just like is a bit more inflective and it's a bit more talking about like some possible insecurities that she might, you know, have or she's sharing or talking about. And it happens from time to time. And it's just like, she goes from like 0 to 100 real fucking quick, man. All right, next one is All the Good Girls Go to Hell. Okay.
My Lucifer is lonely. Standing there, killing time. Can't commit to anything but a crime. Leaders on vacation, an open invitation. Animals, evidence. Pearly gates look more like a picket fence. Once you get inside them, got friends but can't invite them. Hills burn in California. My turn to ignore ya. Don't say I didn't warn ya. All the good girls go to hell, 'cause even God herself has enemies. And once the water starts to rise and heaven's at his side, she'll want the devil on her team.
The fuck?
My Lucifer is lonely.
I don't know exactly where this song is going. We'll wait to touch base on what this song is about. But again, I got to touch a little bit on the production here. You could have offered me $1 million to guess what sort of melodic theme would be happening next. And I never would have guessed that we were going to get some early 90s hip hop influences with the sine bass, which is just that high noise that you're hearing. It's a throwback, man. It's a throwback. Okay. All right. The devil. We're talking about the devil. Let's go.
Lucifer is lonely. Look at you, needing me. You know I'm not your friend without some greenery. Walking wearing feathers. Peter should know better. Your cover-up is caving in. Man is such a fool, why are we saving him? Poisoning themselves now, begging for our help. Wow. candles burn in California. My turn to ignore ya. Don't say I didn't warn ya. All the good girls go to hell, 'cause even God herself has enemies. And once the water starts to rise and heaven's out of sight, she'll want the devil on her team. My Lucifer is lonely. There's nothing left to say. My God is gonna own me. There's nothing left to say now.
I cannot do this, snowflake.
Okay. All right. I think if I had to guess, if I had to put it on, if I had to give you an answer, which I guess I should because I'm recording, what I think the song is about is I think she's talking about her dark side, and her Lucifer is specifically just like a certain side of her self. And even God needs that side to accomplish something. And she says everything is kind of breaking down and falling apart, and God might be your friend in that. Possibly kind of like a devil on your shoulder angel type of scenario here. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a certain, she wants to put forward like a certain like aspect of her personality. She wants to have this dark, edgier, gritty image. And I don't know if I'm buying it just yet. And I don't know if it's just because she's being playful or what the deal is. But maybe it's just because I've seen a more vulnerable, softer side of her, that this is just kind of showing something else. But hey, I mean, more power to her. She's being a little bit more confident, and she's being pretty expressive talking about this actual dark side of herself. Did she call me a snowflake? Did Billie Eilish just call me a snowflake? This is also refreshing too, because we have some actual organic tones. Every once in a while we're hit with some piano or some kind of like light chime from an actual organic instrument that kind of ties the whole thing together or clears away from the fog of everything else that's happening. And I feel like the bass line really works that way in this song.
Baby, I
Wish You Were Gay.
so good. 6 words you never understood. I'll never let you go. 5 words you never say.
The fuck?
I laugh alone like
Is there a live studio audience? What the hell is going on here?
I'll never let you go. 5 words you never say. I laugh alone like nothing's wrong. 4 days has never felt so long. If 3's a crowd and 2 was us, 1 slipped away. I just wanna make you feel okay, but all you do is look the other way. I can tell you how much I wish I didn't want to stay. I just kinda wish you were gay.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Is there a reason we're not through? Is there a 12-step just for you? Our conversations all in blue. I live in haze. 10 fingers tearing out my hair. 9 times you never made it there. I ate alone at 7, you were 6 minutes away.
These sound effects, man.
Make you feel okay. When all you do is walk the other way. I can't tell you how much I wish I didn't want to stay. I just kinda wish you were gay. To spare my pride, to give your lack of interest not your type.
Awesome.
Just say that I'm not your preferred sexual orientation. I'm so selfish, but you make me feel helpless, yeah. And I can't stand another day. Stand another day. I just wanna make you feel okay. But all you do is look the other way.
She always nails these bridges. And I know we're probably going to swing back around here, but I just want to point this out. I think it's fantastic. When everything strips away and we're left with those organic instruments and like a light, breathy, airy tone from Billie, it just like, it feels like the world is like lifting off of your shoulders. Everything is normally so pensive and heavy as it's leading up. Even the tempo is just kind of drudging along. But when things get stripped away like this, I think it's pretty cool. Definitely like is a breath of fresh air that I think the song needs.
But all you do is look the other way.
It's a cool bridge.
I can't tell you how much I wish I didn't want to stay. I just kinda wish you were gay. I just kinda wish you were gay. I just kinda wish you were gay.
I mean, what's there really to say about this one? I think she pretty much lays it out by the song title and the actual lyrics here. She has been denied by some dude. Some dude is just not paying attention to her. And to save her pride and ego, she wished she could just say that he was gay. She's definitely like sharing some vulnerabilities here and some aspects that I think we all share as people, but not a lot of people talk about. And in this one, talking about pride is just not something you see very often. But yeah, no, it's rare, man. You don't see too many songs nowadays talking about pride and the struggle and what they wish actually happened. I think it's a pretty honest song. I wish you were gay, or wish you were gay. All right. When the party is over. Okay, this is giving me vibes of Ocean Eyes, just that choir, the layering in the voice and everything, the oohs and ahs, but with ums. It's just kind of has that atmosphere to it. Let's see where this is going.
Don't you know I'm no good for you? I've learned to lose, you can't afford to. Tore my shirt to stop you bleeding, but nothing ever stops you leaving. Quiet when I'm coming home and I'm on my own.
Beautiful run.
I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. Don't you know too much already? I'll only hurt you if you let me. Call me friend, but keep me closer. And I'll call you when the party's over. Quiet when I'm coming home and I'm on my own. And I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. Yeah, I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. But nothing is better sometimes. Once we've both said our goodbyes. I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that.
Gorgeous, dude. Okay, so far this is my favorite. What's this one called? When the Party is Over. This is fantastic. This is where she excels as a vocalist. It's with the layerings and it's with the delivery and like the subtle touches. It's just gorgeous, man. You know, it's wide and atmospheric when it needs to be, and it feels almost heavy, but then it can be thin at the same time. This one just like, I don't know, it kind of hit me. It has vibes of Ocean Eyes that just kind of reminds me of that with like the choir effects. But then again, she's also talking about a party, and I can't help but think about a different song that I recently heard called Party Favor. And I'm wondering if it's like tying into it somehow. This is gorgeous, man. Yeah, for sure. This is my favorite. When the Party's Over. But this is like, I feel like this album so far is definitely a very album-y album. That's an awesome way to describe it. No, what I mean by that is I really feel like these songs on their own, I'm not sure would hold too much weight. I don't know if it would be like, if they're really single worthy, if it's something you'd want to have like in your playlist for just one song. This whole album kind of feels like a vibe. Like you kind of want to listen to the whole thing just through. And we're only a few songs into it, but I'm just getting that kind of impression. But this is definitely a bit of an emotional break here. What is she lying and saying that she could like it like? And who is she going home to? And why is it quiet? I don't know. I've got so many questions. I might have to look this one up and get some better clarification on this one. But let's continue. All right, next one is called 8.
Wait a minute, let me finish. I know you don't care, but can you listen?
What an interesting tone. It's almost kind of like meek in its delivery. I'm happy that we got ukulele again, but again, it's that contrast. It's this kind of like meek, somber voice mixed together with a happy instrument. It's quite the contrast. All right, let's see where this thing is going.
I came committed, guess I overdid it. Wore my heart out on a chain around my neck, but now it's missing.
The whole vibe of this song is like happy-go-lucky, but she's talking about losing somebody.
So I think I better go. I never really know how to please you. You're looking at me like I'm see-through. I guess I'm gonna go. I just never know how you feel. Do you even feel anything?
It's cute. Kinda.
You said don't treat me badly, but you said it so sadly. So I did the best I could, not thinking you would have left me gladly. I know you're not sorry. Why should you be? 'Cause who am I to be in love when your love never is for me?
I love the simple build of this.
So I think I better go. I never really know how to please you. You're looking at me like I'm see-through. I guess I'm gonna go. I just never know how you feel. Do you even feel anything?
Okay, that is 8. And yeah, the song feels kind of happy-go-lucky for most of it, but there are touches of atmosphere that adds like a almost cynical, sad element to the whole thing. But what's impressive to me, honestly, is the modulation on Billie's voice. It goes kind of all over the place here. I wouldn't say she's like belting out or anything, but just changing her slight inflections a little bit to sound more mousy and more like right there in her ear, or adding a little bit more bass to her voice is pretty impressive. I think she's showcasing different sides of what she's able to do vocally that you don't often see without a vocalist just kind of, you know, popping off. But, you know, as happy-go-lucky as it feels like, it's sad. You know, she doesn't know how to please this guy, and I think she, you know, wants him and wants his attention, but he is literally looking right through her. Yeah, and maybe she came on a little too strong here. I don't know. Yeah, again, an interesting contrast. All right, next one is called My Strange Addiction. Oh, like that television show? Dude, that show is weird as shit. Have you guys ever seen that show? Oh my God. We like to watch that show around here. And I feel for these people, man. Dude, I feel for these people. There's a woman on there that is addicted to eating the inside of her couch. Yeah, she like cuts holes in it, takes the stuffing out, puts that shit in her mouth, and then digests it and does that a lot. And that's a thing. That's a thing that happens. That person exists. We share a planet with that person. I mean, no shame or anything, but like, what the fuck?
No, Billy, I haven't done that dance since my wife died.
What the fuck?
There's a whole crowd of people out there who need to learn how to do the scarn.
Don't ask questions you don't wanna know.
Wait, what is the scarn? Is that a certain dance move? I'm not a young man and I don't know trends. So I don't know if that's like something people are doing on TikTok or something. I feel like the scarn is a dance move. Like it's got like, you know, it's something like that. I'll have to look into that.
My lesson way too long ago to be talking to you, Belladonna. Should have taken a break, not an Oxford comma. Take what I want when I want it, and I want you. Bad news. One of us is gonna lose. I'm the powder, you're the fuse. Just add some friction. You are my strange addiction. You are my strange addiction. My doctors can't explain my symptoms or my pain, but you are my strange addiction.
I'm really sorry. I think I was just relieved to see that Michael Scott got his confidence back.
Yeah, Michael, the movie's amazing.
It's like one of the best movies I've ever seen.
What is happening?
Fever, please don't ever break. Be my reliever, 'cause I don't self-medicate. And it burns like a gin and I like it. Put your lips on my skin and you might ignite it. Hurts but I know how to hide it. Kinda like it. Bad news. One of us is gonna lose. I'm the powder, you're the fuse. Just add some friction. You are my strange addiction. You are my strange addiction. My doctors can't explain my symptoms or my pain, but you are my strange addiction. Wipe my glass, set myself on fire. Can't you tell I'm cracked? Can't you tell I'm wired? Tell me nothing lasts, like I don't know. You could kiss my ass, skin about my motto.
You should enter it in festivals.
Or carnivals.
Well, that's a pretty good reaction. Pretty cool. Right?
Wait, is that The Office?
My strange addiction. You are my strange addiction. My doctors can't explain my symptoms or my pain, but you are my strange addiction.
Did you like it? Did you like that?
Which part?
So it sounds like she's kind of like obsessed with somebody or really into them, but she knows obviously it's going to be a bad idea. She knows if they come together, you're just going to add some friction and things are going to go kaboom. But she can't stop herself. And yeah, I guess it's a problem. Pretty cool little song, kind of quirky. Let's see what's next. A song called Bury a Friend. Sounds lighthearted.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know?
When you're estranged, people come out a din din. When you're estranged, din din. I think, is she taking some inspiration from Jim Morrison? I don't know.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Oh, there we go. That's the album title right there. Okay, hold on, look at this. What do you want from me? What are you wondering? Why aren't you scared of me? Huh. That's a good, this is like a recurring theme here. She either wants people to be afraid of them or she's warning people that they should be afraid of her for something.
Say it, spit it out.
The fuck was that?
What is it exactly? Your pain is the amount cleaning you out. Am I satisfactory? Today I'm thinking about the things that are deadly. The way I'm drinking you down, like I wanna drown, like I wanna end me. Step on the glass, staple your tongue. Bury a friend, try to wake up. Cannibal class, killing the sun. Bury a friend.
What the fuck is she talking about? What is happening here? I don't know if this song has a theme to it. There's weird sound effects of people screaming and bells, and the imagery I'm getting from this. Is she talking about cannibalism?
I wanna end me. What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Listen.
Keep you in the dark. What had you expected? Me to make you my art and make you a star and get you connected. I'll meet you in the park. I'll be calm and collected. But we knew right from the start that you'd fall apart, cause I'm too expensive. Your talk would be something that shouldn't be said out loud. Honestly, I thought that I would be dead by now.
I'm seeing some themes here between this song and even other songs, lyrically talking about expensive and not being able to afford something. And she's talking in the context of that being a person. Like, I can't afford your love. I don't know. I think she's talking about the actual emotional toll of being with somebody and equating that to an actual dollar amount. This song is weird. There's odd like Halloween sound effects going on.
Calling security, keeping my head held down. Bury the hatchet or bury your friend right now. The debt I owe, gotta sell my soul, cause I can't say no, no, I can't say no. Then my limbs are frozen, my eyes won't close, and I can't say no, I can't say no.
Careful.
Step on the glass, staple your tongue. Bury a friend, try to wake up. Cannibal class, killing the sun. Bury a friend. I wanna end me. I wanna end me. I wanna end me. What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Okay, that's like one of the strangest songs I've ever heard. It's oddly melodic, but there's still something to be desired. And I think it's constructed that way by design. it's building towards something. There's some beat mapping going on that's just begging for a hook, and it just kind of gives you bits and pieces and glimpses of it, but it never truly feels like it pays off. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it so pensive, and they're trying to build so much tension that if they were to pay it off, if there was some kind of crash or major hook, or they gave you too much of the same melody over and over again, it might fall flat. So I think it's actually kind of genius in the execution, even though you're kind of left wanting more. Maybe I have to listen to this one a couple more times, but it's dark, dude. Talking about cannibalism. And I think somebody needs to forgive her right away, or they're gonna have to bury your friend. Her thoughts seem sporadic, and it seems like she's almost on drugs here, asking so many questions. What do you want from me? What is happening here? What are you wondering? Like it sounds like an addict kind of going off, or somebody out of their mind just asking random questions and ending with, "When we all fall asleep, where do we go?" All right, let's keep it going.
Told you not to worry, but maybe that's a lie. Honey, what's your hurry? Won't you stay inside? Remember not to get too close to stars. They're never gonna give you love like ours. Where did you go? I should know, but it's cold and I don't wanna be lonely, so show me the way home.
Ooh.
I can't lose another life. The words a little blurry, or maybe it's my eyes. The friends I've had to bury, they keep me up at night. Said I couldn't love someone, 'cause I might break. If you're gonna die, not by mistake. So where did you go? I should know, but it's cold and I don't wanna be lonely, so tell me you come home.
I like this one a lot.
Even if it's just a lie, I try not to upset you, let you rescue me the day I met you. I just wanted to protect you, but now I'll never get to. Where did you go? I should know, but it's cold and I don't wanna be lonely. Was hoping you'd come home. I don't care if it's a lie.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites here. How do you even say it? What is it? Ilamo? I don't know what the hell that means. But yeah, dude, I actually love it. I like the natural tones, awesome production on this. I generally know, going into these songs that the production and the structure is going to be a little bit off. So I kind of expect that. But what I'm not expecting is I am not able to put my thumb on exactly what's going to happen next. I feel like I have an idea of where the song is going. I've already figured out the beat mapping. I've already figured out the next major chord. And most times I'm left surprised, which is actually kind of refreshing. It doesn't happen a lot to me. All right, next one is Listen Before I Go. Okay.
Take me to the rooftop. I wanna see the world when I stop breathing, turning blue.
What the fuck? Oh my God, it's these crazy contrasts where it's like, it's so beautiful and jazzy and everything. And then you look at the lyrics and you're like, oh my God, dude, she's talking about dying on the roof and turning blue. How could something be so pleasant and so disturbing at the same time?
Tell me love is endless. Don't be so pretentious. If you need me, wanna see me, better hurry, 'cause I'm leaving soon. Sorry can't save me now. Sorry, I don't know how. Sorry, there's no way out. Sorry, but down, down. Taste me, the salty tears on my cheek. That's what a year-long headache does to you. I'm not okay, I feel so scattered. Don't say I'm all that matters. Leave me. Deja vu. If you need me, wanna see me, you better hurry. I'm leaving soon. Sorry can't save me now. Sorry. Sorry, I don't know how. Sorry. Sorry, there's no way out. Sorry, but down, down. Call my friends and tell them that I love them, and I'll miss them, but I'm not sorry. Call my friends and tell them that I love them, and I'll miss them. Sorry.
What the fuck? Oh my god, the police sirens and the people screaming at the end. Oh my god, this one gave me chills. This reads like a suicide letter. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this album is not an easy listen. Holy shit, dude. All right, that's heavy. All right, so next one's called I Love You.
It's not true. Tell me I've been lied to. Crying isn't like you. What the hell did I do? Never been the type to let someone see right through.
Like the male vocal touch.
Maybe won't you take it back? Say you were trying to make me laugh, and nothing has managed to change today. You didn't mean to say I love you. I love you, and I don't want to. Up all night on another red eye. I wish we never learned to fly. Maybe we should just try to tell ourselves a good lie. Didn't mean to make you cry.
The atmosphere is so interesting on this. It sounded like there was some paramedics or something in the background, and then it sounded like they were talking about some kind of flood emergency. I'm trying to like put it all together and piece it all together. I think I understand the basic foundation of the song, but the atmosphere is just kind of throwing me off a bit.
Maybe won't you take it back? Say you were trying to make me laugh, and nothing has to change today. You didn't mean to say I love you. I love you, and I don't want to. The smile that you gave me, even when you felt like dying. We fall apart as it gets dark. I'm in your arms in Central Park. There's nothing you could do or say. I can't escape the way I love you. I don't want to, but I love you.
God, that was beautiful. It's gorgeous, but again, it's contrasted by this incredibly sad story. This album is something else. So it sounds like the dude messed up and said that he loved her, and it was either it just kind of came out and it wasn't real, but she's upset with the fact that she actually loves him and she doesn't want to. Yeah, this is one of those contrast songs that just sounds gorgeous, but it's so somber and just like, I don't know, like some of these songs have like stopped me in my tracks and I'm like, oh shit. I don't even know how to explain how this song is making me feel because it's such an odd contrast. All right, last one is called Goodbye, and I'm very curious to see how they're going to tie this whole album together. From where we started to where we are right now, I feel like we've truly gone on a journey. I feel like we've experienced some shit. We've been through some stuff. Everything was great when we were talking about Invisaligns. Now I want to go lay down in traffic. These harmonies are like a freaking eargasm.
It's not true. Take me to the
I don't want to go back to the roof.
what do you want from me? Don't ask questions. Wait a minute.
I love the wind instrument.
Good for. Baby, I don't feel so good. Oh, the good girls go to hell. Bite my tongue, bite my tongue. What is it about them? I'm the bad guy.
So is it just like a reference to all the songs and all the places we've been? Jesus. Okay, bad guy, I get that. The biting my tongue, biting my time, I get that. The rooftop, yeah, I fucking get that, dude. What do you want from me? Yeah, I think these are all just like different aspects of the album. Okay, and that's how you tie it all together. Jeez, in this like dreamy, weird atmosphere. And it's like a complete eargasm up top here, these harmonies with the bass and the cinematics and everything. So I guess that's what it is. It's just kind of like a recap of everywhere we've been in this interesting fashion. Let's talk about it. Okay, there it is. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? And yeah, I got some thoughts. Sonically, it was very difficult for me to put my thumb on what melody or texture or sound was coming next. The overall fidelity of everything had this dreamlike atmosphere. At times, it felt like I was walking through a fog. The melody and the beats never really caught up with each other. But when these melodies and textures and tones all come together and play with each other, it does pay off. Yes, the payoff is somber. It feels like you're intoxicated, but it still works very well. Her particular brand of modulation is something I think is very unique. The lyrics are all pretty dark. Everything on here is pretty dark. There's no really happy-go-lucky moment except for the exclamation song talking about Invisalign. When the album started off with that little sound clip of, you know, her getting ready in the sound booth, taking her Invisalign out and getting ready to sing, I thought, oh, okay, cool. This is showing a different aspect of her personality. And this isn't going to be as dark as the things that I've heard before. But she actually just turned it up to 11. At first, I thought that she wanted people to fear her, that she wanted people to bow to her. Like she wanted to be like this empress that was like ruling over everybody with an iron fist. As the album played out, I realized this felt more like a warning. She was often confused when people were interested in her. They couldn't afford her affection. And I don't think that she's materialistic. I think she's honestly talking about the emotional cost of investing your love with her. And if you stop to think about it, man, it's really kind of sad. She doesn't think that she's enough. She doesn't think that people can handle her. She thinks that she should be feared and people should be afraid of her. And when people aren't afraid of her, they're not scared, she's asking people, why? Why aren't you afraid of me? Haven't you seen me? Don't you see what I'm doing? But I enjoy this album as much as you can enjoy this album, with dissecting the lyrics and really trying to feel the emotion of everything. Because at its core, it's fucking beautiful. You know, when things pay off, when we finally get to that moment of clarity, when we're out of that fuzz, when the intoxication wears off, we're left with these stripped down, beautiful vocals. I really enjoy the touches of organics here. You know, the bells, the ukulele, the touch of the live bass, those sort of things sporadically sprinkled in this album that is endlessly layered with so many dark and ominous tones, I think is very creative. You're almost on the edge of your seat the entire way through. You're like, where's the payoff? Where's this beat going? Where's the drop? Where's this? What's happening with this song? And sometimes it just doesn't happen. Sometimes you're just there at the end of the song with your own thoughts in the silence and you're just thinking to yourself, what the actual fuck? But that just like makes the next song that much more pensive. Like you're that much more like defensive going into it. You're like, what am I gonna experience here? Where is this gonna go? I don't know if I can handle much more of this. But that's what's exciting about music, man. That's what's exciting about artists like this that are willing to take these kind of creative risks. Because you better believe her label, her representatives, her handlers are probably have their fingers in there and be like, hey, why don't you give us a hook? But she doesn't, or when she does give you that hook, you're just not expecting it. And I absolutely love it for that. It's creative, man. It's creative down to its core, and I truly appreciate it for almost even just that alone. But there's a lot more to this album besides just the creative hooks. It's the implementation of the vocals, how they're layered. It's the melody, it's the beat mapping. It's how it all comes together in this dark, ominous way that feels like you're falling into some kind of drug-induced coma. And I'm here for every second of it. I'm pretty sure there's one more album, and I'm gonna do that for sure. There's a few other things I need to get to as well. One, I'm gonna be checking out her live. Apparently she's just absolutely fantastic live, and I'm really excited to see that. But I did want to get through a couple of these albums before I spoiled any of the music. And then there's the music videos. People really want me to check out Billie Eilish's music videos, and I promise I'll get to that. I'm not sure if I'll do the music videos before I listen to her last album or not. I guess I'm just playing it by ear at this point. Anyway, if you guys wouldn't mind doing me a quick little favor, I'll look down, check out, see if you're subscribed. If you're not, please consider subscribing. It would definitely help me out, and you'll be here for my future reactions. And I guess that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed hanging out for a little bit, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.